Welcome. Welcome. This is Encounter. I am Stanford Simon. It is a great joy to be with you today as we share great music, great interview, great testimonies, yes, news, and most important, you will know what to do with what you hear. The music, the worship, the prayer, the clarity, the openness, the belonging here on Encounter. The final week into Grenada, celebrating 51 years of our independence. Yes, I am Pastor Stanford Simon. This is Encounter, and yeah, we have traveled 51 years to arrive here, and I'm grateful to be part of that. The St.George's Baptist Church also celebrating 51 years. Our first service was held on the 5th of August, 1974, and yeah, man, I'm telling you, we are grateful to be part of the history of this beautiful island of ours, and I'm excited that we can spend this time together. And I think about this morning, we had a great time at the St. George's Baptist Church with the singing, and the Ashama man, he did something really, really sweet, and Kamala leading, and the sermon and everything being put together. Go on to St. George's Baptist Facebook page. It's all uploaded there, Mikey Live, and also it is uploaded on our YouTube channel. Now, how are you doing? Preparations is great. We're preparing also for the big concert, free concert that will be on the 8th Montrouge playing field with the minister Andy Williams. That's a big thing for him as he come together and pull his constituency and people across the country together and say, hey, come, let's celebrate together. There'll be great singing, and as you've heard, man, the Shama would be there. So many of them put themselves forward to be a part of this concert, and I know it will be magnificent. We have the Ajamo, Woodsman, Kelly, Sup, and Valley, Ned, Young Song, Sabrina Francis, Land Pride Drummers, they're very good. Hey, my dear friend, Francis Urias Peters, all of that, Spices, and we have back by the KOS Jam Band, and I mean, it's just going to be great. And the St. George's Baptist worship team, they will be there too, leading off the great evening that we're having, 3 hours of solid music and, drama and cultural presentation and all of that. And I do hope you make the time, take your family and say, hey, let's go down there to Montrouge playing field. Start at 6 p.m. in the evening, and be sure of that. There'll be food and drinks all available there for you. So there'll be a whole lot of stuff happening there. And we have a great chef, we have Wayne Catering, man. They'll be doing all the, the preparation for all the food that will be sold there and all kind of things. So, there is so much, I know, that happening on the 8th of February, Montrouge playing field. So be sure that you are there. Today, it's just going to be pure independent music. As we say, our music. That's what it will be today. And I do hope you enjoy every bit of it. I'll come in here, talk here and there, but most of it will be just enjoying a reflection of our history, looking at our Father of Independence, Paul Roberts sharing. I do hope that you just enjoy and have a great time as you listen, as you learn, and as you put together this story with me of 51 years of Grenada's independence. So much has happened. We have been called the island of conflict. The folks in the Grenadines call us Greens, and indeed it is. Continue to be that. Good day to all the folks in the Grenadines. How are you doing? Grenada is doing well. And yeah, it's still green and lush even now. So I thank you for listening. I want to thank my sponsors, Country Cold Store, Bailey's Funeral Home, the St. George's Baptist Church, and this station for the continued sponsorship as we work together to bring to you some live, beautiful, and enjoyable music, and just to thank God for us as a country celebrating 51 years. Welcome to Encounter. I am Stanford Simon. Enjoy as I try to share with you the story of this beautiful trial state, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, as we celebrate 51 years of our independence. This is Encounter.
Inspired by the Bible Experience.
Psalm 15, a Psalm of David.
Lord, who may abide in your tabernacle? Who may dwell in your holy hill? He who walks uprightly and works righteousness and speaks the truth in his heart. He who does not backbite with his tongue, nor does evil to his neighbor, nor does he take up a reproach against his friend, in whose eyes a vile person is despised, but he honors those who fear the Lord. He who swears to his own hurt and does not change, he who does not put out his money at usury, nor does he take a bribe against the innocent. He who does these things shall never be moved.
Toiling in the burning sun, depending on so many others. My sweet Grenada, not knowing what it's like to be free, stretching a helpless hand for support through these trying times, from slavery to emancipation and liberation through the trade union led by Uncle Gary. And here comes revolution, begging to be free. Oh, this dry land to make here a better land for you and for me. Oh, my Grenada, land of my birth. Oh, sweet Grenada, how much more are you worth? Grenada, Grenada, make your noise on this day, the 7th of February. We're celebrating as a proud nation, overcoming many tribulations, now going on even stronger. It's independence, working hand in hand, coming together as a tri-island. Oh, we are free, yes, my Grenada is free. Suffering in so much pain, so many people on bended knees. My Grenada, we will one day be free. Prophecies fulfilled, a lady ringing her bell, saying Grenada, please hear my cry. A man will fight for independence. We're celebrating independence.
The pastor and members of the St. George's Baptist Church wishes all Grenada a happy independence, celebrating through challenging times with optimism and resilience. Happy Independence, Grenada, from the St. George's Baptist Church.
all you lovely people in Grenada, drinking rum and a coconut. There is something in your land, that no one can understand. There is something in your hill, or is it your mango tree? You have something there that takes my heart away. In Grenada, we are Grenadians. Who are you? Like a spice when everything dies. Grenadians, may God bless you. You live in a sunny clime all the time. It's forever summertime all the time. If you want a lovely beach anytime, it's always within your reach all the time. You have something there that makes a man again. In a Kalima, we are Grenadians. Who are you? Land of spice, where everything dies. Grenadians, may God bless you. Antigua, Dominica, Grenada, St. Vincent, Jamaica, oh, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Good Lord. Wait a minute. In this lovely paradise, you can watch the sunrise. Any evening, any day. You can have a sunset play. You can enjoy yourself forever and a day. In Grenada, we are Grenadians. Who are you? Land of spice, where everything's ice. Grenadians, may God bless you. There are Grenadians everywhere, sons and daughters who pioneer, and they greet you with love and smile. Grenadians, may God bless you. Grenadians, may God bless you. Grenadians, may God bless you. Trinidad, Guyana. Oh, good Lord. Settle down.
A brief history of Grenada. Before the 14th century, Grenada was settled by Caribs, who displaced the earlier population of Arawaks. Christopher Columbus visited the island in 1498 and named it Conception, later being named by the Spaniards after their own city, Grenada. European settlement was slow to follow due to the fierce resistance of the warlike Caribs. Although Britain and France in particular competed for control. A company of London merchants tried and failed to form a settlement in 1605. The French launched more concerted attacks until by 1674 they had subdued the Caribs and gained control of the island. By 1753, Grenada was a flourishing French possession, with 100 sugar mills and 12,000 enslaved Africans working the industry. The Caribs had been exterminated. Britain took over from France in 1763 under the Treaty of Paris, and again, having meanwhile lost control, in 1783 under the Treaty of Versailles. Britain introduced the cultivation of cocoa, cotton, and nutmeg. By the time of the emancipation of slaves in 1833, the slave population had reached 24,000. National political consciousness developed through the labor movement with the formation of the Grenada Manual and Mental Workers Union. In the new environment, a union organizer, Eric Matthew Gary, formed the first political party, the pro-union, pro-independence Grenada United Labour Party. In 1951, the Grenada United Labour Party won the elections and Gary became leader of the assembly. The Grenada National Party, GNP, led by Herbert Blaise, held power between 1957 and 1961, and again 1962 to 1967. Grenada joined the Federation of the West Indies in 1958. When that was dissolved in 1962, it evolved first into an associated state with full internal self-government in 1967, and then towards independence, the core of the GULP platform. Independence was achieved in 1974, and Grenada became a constitutional monarchy with Gary as Prime Minister and Queen Elizabeth II as head of state, represented by a Governor-General. Strikes during the independence preparations, which almost prevented the transition, were suppressed by, it was claimed, mongoose gangs operating in the manner of Haiti's Tonton Macoute. In 1979, while absent in the US, Gary was deposed in a coup by the opposition leader Maurice Bishop, who took the New Jewel Movement, NJM, into power as the People's Revolutionary Government. The new government created state farms and industries and forged links with the socialist world. With Cuba's assistance, it began construction of the modern international airport of Point Saline. Within the government, there was discontent on the far left about the pace of change. In 1980, there was an abortive plot to murder Bishop, and anti-government violence increased. In October 1983, after a military coup in which Bishop, 2 other ministers, 2 union leaders, and 13 bystanders were killed, Bishop's deputy Bernard Cord took control and set up a revolutionary military council. At the request of the OECS, in late 1983, the US then invaded Grenada, supported by a token force of 300 police from Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Jamaica, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent the Grenadines. The Governor-General, Paul Stone, took control of an interim administration and almost fully reinstated the 1974 Constitution and organized elections for a new government. The New National Party, a 4-party merger led by Herbert Blaise and supported by the neighboring islands, easily defeated Gary's GULP at the December 1984 general election, and Blaise became Prime Minister. In the following 6 years, the NNP became increasingly strained by its different components, and Blaise's government came under attack for its use of the Emergency Powers Act of 1987.
I'm proud, I'm strong. I am a Grenadian, yes man. Grenada, Grenada, the land where I was born. I know you were suffering. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my thought, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, nor even gold, but blessings I give to its west, north and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, there I come, sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support, right here by your side. With my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. It's quite a long time now since you have fallen back to the last rung of the ladder, and your neighbors stand up there and uttering no talk, but to help they just don't bother. Some of your friends have turned their backs on you. They don't want to see a friend with your name on it. Don't bother with them. One day you go rise up too. Cause in times to come, is the bread they might have to eat. Listen, let we go. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support. Right here by your side, with my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Let we go. Listen, it's time that you take a stand to defend your position from all those smart rip-off scams who just come to take a bite and make their own decision and boast to the world that they are the reigning champ. While your friends them happy had times they were going through, they still wouldn't help you out if you beg them please. But woe unto them, little do they know that a good name is better than great riches. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support. Right here by your side, with my arms around you to wipe your weeping eye. Dun, dun. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support. Right here by your side, with a big festival to wipe your weeping eye. Let we go.
Pastor Stanford Simon and the members of the St. George's Baptist Church wish the government and the people of Grenada God's richest blessings and success as we celebrate independence. In the past 50 years, we have seen and experienced many joys and challenges. The St. George's Baptist Church is happy and delighted to have shared in the experience. Happy Independence, Grenada, from the St. George's Baptist Church.
Begging to be free, all this dry land to make here a better land for you.
Get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence with style and pride. It's Grenada at 51 with Minister Andy Williams and the St. George's Baptist Church. The Pure Grenada Independence Concert.
Grenada.
Saturday, February 8th at the Monrouge Playing Field from 6 p.m. featuring an incredible lineup of talent. Enjoy performances from the legendary Adjamo, Randy Isaacs, Sour Serpent, Rootsman Kelly, Valley Ned, and Young Song. Plus the amazing Sabrina Francis, Laura Lisa, Lion Pride Dancers, and playwright Francis Urias Peters, all backed by the KOS Band. And the best part, this concert is absolutely free. So gather your friends and family and come celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence with pride. Let's make this a night to remember.
Country code, the largest distributors of poultry, frozen food dry goods, they got plenty, the best quality. Country code, yes man, for your chicken, beef, pork and your turkey, any occasion, any function, Country code is your champion. Throughout Grenada, Carrigu and Pity Mat, make any meat you want, name it, Country code got it. Mega cold storage facilities, Country code. What's on your barbecue grill for your party? Country code, that's right. And when it's time to feed your family, Country code. Meeting your needs since 1969.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets with prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed and anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society or make pre-arrangements when service and cost matters. Call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
St. George's Baptist Church. Purpose: the channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity. Vision: building communities which become the model for winning people to Christ. Mission, goal: empowering people to enjoy prosperity and fulfillment in life. These are the purpose, vision, and mission of the St. George's Baptist Church.
So you had all of that happening, and we go back to the gravel heap and people going there. 1974, leading up that year of independence, I guess 73 into 74. What was the country like then?
Oh, it was, again, Gary had total support with rank and file. Fundamentally, at that time too, I think, at that time there was the demonstrations, 73, 74. The group, the NGM group, I mean, because it was an ad hoc demonstration by the committee of 22, you probably heard all of that, including the big four, 22 organizations.
Let's talk about that. The committee of 22. I keep hearing about it, and I guess a lot of people hear about that, but there is no detail. What could you tell us about the committee of 22? Well, it's a group of individuals,
a group of civil society, almost total civil society, came together to fight against Gary's going for independence, and they were at the root of all the marching and the protests.
Was the church involved in that?
Oh, very heavily involved. In fact, the church played a very, very key role in fact, the demonstrations. Very key role, because you had, again, the big four particularly, took a stance, and they preached it on the pulpit in the big four.
Right.
So Gary knew he wasn't basically liked by the big four and the establishment. The establishment was made up of the big planters and the people who own the businesses in Grenada. He understood that. What we knew, because I was in Radio Grenada at that time, news, yes, understood that Gary had serious rank and file support.
On the ground.
Yeah. So what happened is NGM came back in those days.
NGM meaning?
I shouldn't say NGM came back. A group of individuals, Bernard Code, Maurice Bishop, Unison Whiteman, these guys formed themselves into a group.
Okay.
NGM,
Right, yes.
Of course, you know the story that they took it over from this guy in St. David's, and they formed into a serious political group because it was an agricultural organization.
It was an agricultural organization, right.
And then they formed it into a political party per se, and they were serious backers of the
independence. So they was backing Gary.
No. They were against Gary. They
too was against Gary.
Yeah. They were against Gary. In fact, all civil society, lawyers, doctors, the profession, you know, a lot of the civic society. Then we had a lot of them Rotarians. In fact, I think Gary and Leslie Pierre had some serious problem. I think he was a Rotarian. The JCs, civic society, and there were 22 of them. They formed themselves into this group and declared in their own way that they're not going to support independence for Grenada at that time. But basically, the political explanation for that was that they don't want Gary to be prime minister. Right? That was it.
They don't want Gary to be prime minister.
And so they marched, and Gary in his inevitable style said, let them march. When they get tired, they'll stop. No one is going to stop independence. And no one stopped it. Even though it was jet black. And it almost never happened for us. We didn't see the raising of the flag because, well, I mean, I saw it because I'm in the local country, but the majority of the population
didn't see it. Let's just go back a bit. So here it is, let's say in January of 1974. People were still marching then, or still marching? What the country was pretty much in a mood, and the establishment, we would say, was against Gary getting independence because they don't want him to be prime minister. There wasn't against independence, but there was against Gary
being the first prime minister.
The first prime minister. Now here it is. You reach in February, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. What was happening then in the country?
Our preparations were feverishly ahead. Gary just ignored the marching, and he let them march and march and march.
So there was marching.
They were just there.
And Gary was preparing for independence.
He never bothered with them.
No,
you see, because again, he knew his support base was intact, and his support base wasn't the establishment. That was what he was all about in 1951, to bring down the establishment. He must understand history. His terms of reference when he came from Aruba was to bring down the establishment and substitute the establishment, him, for the establishment, which subsequently he did after 1974.
Right, but even in that point of independence, Gary, late Sir Eric Matthew Gary, and you had Mr. Hubbard Blazed, Right Honourable, went to England in terms to talk about independence. And I learned that both of them came back with two different stories.
Oh yeah, that was a big joke.
Why?
Well, I think it's the British and the verbal sleight of hand. Somewhere along the line, the British people, who it was again. Anyway, I can't remember the guys. They sat down and they spoke with Blaze, and they spoke with Gary, because one of the promises, I think, when they went the first time, guys said, "Well, listen, if you win the next election, this would be a sort of indicator to us that you have won the vote for election.
That is what
won the vote for independence.
That is what the British were saying to Gary
before the final talks.
Right.
So that is what was said to, in fact, the Millie Blaze. This is what we all surmise. So they didn't say, well, listen, we'll give you. He said, well, listen, if you win the next election, it's an indicator that, hey, you probably would be able to be representative of all the people saying that they want independence. So we'll give you then. So Blaze was right when he came back and he said, listen, nothing was signed. He did not get independence. Blah, 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 blah. You know.
And Gary was saying.
And Gary came back and he says, we got it. We got it. Because Gary knew he'd win the next election.
Interesting.
So Blaze was right and Gary was right.
Both of them were right.
They were right. So the British did the state because the British wanted to get rid of all the little Caribbean countries anyway. Right. I think they knew about the marching and everything because there were a number of Marlborough House, that's the place. There were a series of talks in Marlborough Houses.
Marlborough House in London, in England, yes. So they both came back with these stories, and here it is, 1974. people was marching on the street against Gary getting independence, him being prime minister. And here we come to the day. What was the day like? 1974, 7th of February.
Oof, I think we had, I wonder if the curfew was lifted. I think there was
So there was curfew on?
There was a curfew. In fact, you couldn't be, because let's face it, they didn't want the looting and the burning. Gary was mindful of that. So I suspect Gary had the security forces out. Because I remember...
The Green Beast, they call them?
Yeah, the Green Beast and in fact the military force at this time put together the police and stuff. Because I remember having to sit, I'm not clear on this one, because I remember staying in my house and in Blogo Cottage and I didn't dare go outside. Either it was the fear or whether there was a curfew on, not certain. But clearly I stayed in my house and I watched for the hoisting of the flag and listened to the Royal Grenada Police band. X amount of people were invited to the fort.
There was no electricity on the fort. It was darkness. Gary imported 2 generators.
Massive generators, yes, and he operated stuff. Big floodlights.
Big floodlights.
Yeah,
and he invited people. There were special invited guests to sit. And I guess the Queen sent her representative.
I can't remember the
representative. And he came in by a manoa into the harbour. And I guess on that night, the 7th of February, he was present to turn over the articles.
The articles, yeah.
Right.
It was done in pitch black darkness for most Grenadians.
Most Grenadians.
There were only special invitees who went up on the fort for the actual ceremony.
Right. And there were the heights.
There was the parade in the day and all kind of things.
Oh, they had parade in the day?
Of course, with celebrating independence and all that. But in the night, the actual handing over the instrument, which normally it would have been a massive thing, was done in St. George. Normally you expect that to be a big ceremonial flagpole to be put up on the stroke of midnight. Everything happens. Left up to Gary's planning. If he didn't have this unrest, I think the whole of Grenada would have been bussed into the Queen's Park.
Right.
For that ceremony at midnight.
But he didn't have that luxury.
Right, he did.
Because you're under pressure. Because the committee of 22 was all demonstrating. And the people was on the street and curfew was on. So he decided Fort George was a place to go. It's secure. Nobody can come and interfere with what I'm going to do. Secure it. Generators, flashlights, I guess, in their hands because it's in darkness. And there you have the rest of Grenada pretty much in darkness. And the flag is being hoisted. The Union Jack.
The Union Jack comes down and the Grenada flag goes up. And that was it.
21 gun salute.
Salute goes and that's it. It was like, it wasn't the hoopla which we expected and we should have had. And don't forget, again, maybe I should tell you too, electricity, there was strike by electricity workers, telephone workers, water, you name it.
Everything.
And all of that time, I remember we used to share, and that is why, thank God, Grenada was like how it was then, rather than like how it was after Ivan. Because everybody shared everything. Guy has a Hana Blogo, you have 6 fish, you give him 2, he give you half Hana Blogo. Alright?
Right.
Blogo and fig and Blogo and fish.
And I heard the old people used to pong the breadfruit, dry the breadfruit and pong it to make flour.
It was dread times. In those days you could get a gallon of gas for $1. You have to pay $10 for a gallon of gas.
Wow.
And that sort of thing. It came in from Trinidad in 45-gallon drums, probably illegally. And we all ran to buy a gallon of gas. It's like gold. When you have it, you nose it.
Very much so.
Those sort of things. So remember these times. It was real stress. But because there was still a community spirit in Grenada, you didn't feel it as much as you felt it even in Ivan. Because it was bad as Ivan, if you want to call it. Everything was shut down.
Yes.
There was nothing. But because everybody shared, you didn't have a problem. Much of a problem. I quite enjoyed it myself. It was an opportunity for everybody to talk and everybody to come together with one another. And I think although it was negative, but it has its historical importance.
Yes, and I guess it was very deep in the whole historical meaning of the word because history was in the making and you were part of it.
Yes, in fact, that was important.
And I guess even the deep reflection of it.
Joe Pitt
was even part of that too in those times because he was part of the television and radio and so forth.
But actually he brought in fact, I need to mention this, Joe Pitt is the one who brought in television for the first time here. Now, many people in the television field are acting as if there wasn't television before. The story is in 1969, Expo 69, one of the flashpoints of Gary's imagination. People say, man, you get up on the wrong side of the bed, and he said, I have an idea. I'll have Expo. Expo 69 was a tremendous success, in fact. For a lot of Grenadians, they saw something happen in, of course, the Trouble era. Trouble era was really transformed. And it was during that trade show that Joe Pitt saw closed-circuit television and saw it as a possibility for bringing it to Grenada. And that prompted Joe Pitt to put the first transmitter on Fort George. So Grenadians, for the first time, were able to see television in their rooms. But of course, at that time, all we did, we relayed TTT, then Trinidad and Tobago television. Okay. But television came to Grenada then. I think it must have been about 71, because immediately after that, I think Miss World Jennifer Hostin won the Miss World competition. Okay. And that was on television. We brought a videotape of it and we played it on the station. I remember that most definitively. So it was about 17 to 71 that Joe Pitt brought television to Grenada. It was as a result of Expo 69.
But you also had a bootleg kind of thing with the television at one point.
But actually the arrangement with the government of Grenada, because it was Gary and Joe Pitt, he says, all right, Joe, you want to bring television, but you have to be paid for it. But okay, I'll tell you what to do. Relay TTT. And every television that comes into Grenada would be taxed. I think it was about $10 or something like that extra. And that money will go to you.
The $10?
The $10 will go to you. So Joe Pitt, for all intent and purposes, had a monopoly for importation of television in Grenada. So what happened is, all sorts of television started to come into Grenada via the back door and everything is like that. And Joe Pitt lost a lot of money and a lot of income. Believe it or
so
not.
That was the story.
That was the story behind it. After that, of course, after the problems we had, particularly in the television area, you had the Baptists, the Grenada Baptists coming in with their television system.
Right, that's the Grenada Baptist.
Developed at the time Grenada Television Company under the auspices of Joe. That's where we had a lot of television training from.
The Southern
Baptist Convention, Minnesota, USA. They came in with all the equipment and all the teachers and all the cameras and satellite stuff, and they conducted a complete television course for us. I was part of it.
Okay, so then that television station led to which of the station? Because you had a number of stations that happened.
Well, the story is that immediately after the revolution, 1979, Joe Pitt was approached for the transfer of the facilities to the government of Grenada, because he showed an interest in giving the government television. Yes. So the PRG said okay, and that was how it turned into Television Free Grenada, TFG, from GTC, from Grenada Television Company, which was privately owned by Joe Pitt. It was handed over to Joe Pitt. I don't know the details of the arrangement,
right?
But it turned, and the PRG called it, to TFG, Television Free Grenada and Radio Free Grenada. And that was the birth of government's owning of the television system in Grenada.
Okay, and then that go to GBN, for which we have
GBN,
right,
and that sort of thing.
Right, Discovery TV, I think.
After the 1983, the government decided to use Discovery TV to resuscitate.
Right, resuscitate, and then it moved to GBN,
GBN,
for which it is today. Now, we had independence, and just a matter of trying to wind up the point of where we were. At that point, you had 1974 and 1979. Quickly, what led quickly to 1974 to 1979? In your mind, what are some of the things that happened, you think, that led up to 1979, where you had the revolution?
Well, the thing is, again, I think it was 72, 73, I can't remember the exact date. These intellectuals came from England,
that was
States,
Bernard Coe,
Bishop
Whiteman.
And this was the new youth. The new intelligentsia,
right,
and somewhere along the line, I think there was an election where you had them running. I can't remember exactly, but they had organized a party. I think UPP or something like that.
Yeah, UPP.
Anyway, they tried to wrest power politically, legally from Gary, but they couldn't. and Gary realized just how close he came to losing, because there was in fact a thought that Gary had lost 9-6. Really, it was the opposite. Gary won 9-6 that election. I think it was 73 or something like that. I'm sorry. It was after that 70. It was after 74. I can't remember exact dates. I can't place them.
Right.
And so Gary decided that, listen, these guys are a threat. So the mistake Gary made, as so many politicians make when they're in power for a long time, rather than talk to these guys and deal with a rapport with them and try to bring them in, he saw them as a threat to his power.
Okay.
As a result, he isolated them.
Like politicians today.
All politicians make this final mistake in their lives. When they're supposed to be relaxing, they isolate people. Gary isolated the members. I remember he had the famous speech, don't know who these guys are. They come back from university hot and sweaty and want to take over my government. Hot and sweaty in that case. You probably heard it.
Yeah.
There's a regular comment by Gary in those days. So he didn't take kindly to them threatening him for power. And he decided to use draconian systems. And there's where the formation of the Mongoose Gang came into place. Okay. And the Mongoose Gang, incidentally, because at the time, Gary claimed that the NGM couldn't shift its base. So what they were doing was stooping to things like burning houses, terrorizing people, doing things, and stealing ammunition. Gary, obviously, these guys decided to be serious and prepared for the possibility of an armed takeover. So all of a sudden, a couple of police rifles would disappear, ammunition would disappear. Gary, in his own right, I thought, panicked, and he decided to get these guys together, what he called the Mongoose Gang. And his story to me, I asked him about the Mongoose Gang in the interview. He said, listen, the Mongoose Gang was a figment of Alistair Hughes' imagination. These guys were actually employees. They were all from Soteres. They were employed in the mongoose eradication project at that time.
So that's why they call Mongoose Gang.
And we would be getting $2 or $3 for every mongoose that they killed, every head they brought in or something like that, because we had a mongoose problem, a rabies problem at the time.
Right.
And the World Health Organization decided that the best way to go is to eradicate the mongoose population or drop the mongoose population. And so he hired all these people, and Gary, in truth, didn't really pay them. It came from World Health Organization funds, so he says.
Right.
And these guys were serious supporters of the Grenada United Labour Party, right?
Oh.
And of course, he says it's a figment imagination of Alistair Hughes and others. And they say, well, he gave them the job and he used them for that purpose. Because two or three of them, of course, work with the White House security forces or were in the Green Beast, what we call, and they jumped to the conclusion that they all were mongoose workers. They weren't all. Some of them were, admittedly, but it's propaganda by Mr. Hughes, who called it the Mongoose Gang. And he says it's Alistair Hughes who invented the Mongoose Gang terminology.
But it was a matter of fact that these guys actually existed.
Oh, they existed. He had the security forces. And admittedly, and maybe I need to say this for historical accuracy. My father was, in fact, part and parcel of the so-called Green Beast. It was a military force which he was at the helm of. And he trained them on a daily basis.
He trained the Mongoose Gang.
Because of his ability. And he was in charge of that group. Staunch Garyite, everything. And somewhere along the line, he fell out with Gary, and Gary took it from him and gave a guy called Brizan. That is the same Brizan who died in the takeover. Because Gary and Ben Roberts fell out because he obviously trying to tell the old man and I can say what it is. I mean, this is for historical purposes. He asked Ben Roberts to take a group of individuals, right, up to Grenville to deal with a couple recalcitrant figures up there. And Ben Roberts refused. He says that's not what the army for. The army is for in case of invasion from abroad, foreign organizations come. He says, well, I mean, he was in the war, so he understand what's an army for.
Right.
He moved him, and he brought in Brazan.
Okay.
I can't remember his exact name, but he was in Brazan, and he died subsequently. They shot him in the takeover in 1979.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the story.
So that's the story,
and the Green Beast
and Mongoose Gang, and that led up into the revolution that happened. Gary left the island. I can't. He left the island. Out of that came the overthrow.
Yeah,
which is March 13, 1979, and which for then the People's Revolutionary Government led by Morris Bishop came into power.
Serious history, and I'm sorry, this history is so colorful, and I think that no one has sat down and decided to write it. There are a lot of us who have some inside tales, little colorful bits and pieces which will explain a lot of things which happen rather than isolated. I mean, people like Charlie Francis, Basil Harford, Gloria Payne. I think our history should be told and written. Well, it's colorful, it's amusing, but it's deadly serious, and this is the reason why we are where we are today. If you don't understand what happened yesterday, you have a problem understanding. For these 20 and 25 years old, I'm really sorry for them, because there's nothing written which gives them an accurate reflection of who they are and what Grenada is.
Yeah.
And I think that's dangerous. We have to do something about it.
This is our music.
Where come forth so much black makers of history. Man, I sure that many people will agree if I say she's blessed by the Almighty. Oh God, the standard of skills and talent we have down there in this land, it is too much for me to mention. Yeah. The level of education keep rising to higher heights. And if I'm wrong, don't say that I'm right. No, I want to tell everybody I'm so proud of my country. Don't care wherever I may be, I say Grenada belongs to me. No country in this world could do the things that my country would do for me. I am proud. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder. My grandfather, she will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, land of peace and culture. Grenada is such a paradise, oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand to the little that we could make Grenada a better land. Sometimes when I go to a foreign country, such as the United States, who's so wealthy, I just beg the Father to have some mercy. When I see madness in society, oh God. Sometimes I put on my TV to check out the daily news. The things I see that have me confused, eh? The number of crime and violence I see on the street. Sometimes I'm frightened I cannot eat, eh? But when you check out Grenada, we have no diamond and silver, but we just live in unity. And that's what makes me happy. Is then I come to realize, oh God, my country is a paradise. Hey. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada, the land of my grandfather. She will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, land of peace and culture. Grenada is such a paradise. Oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to cool we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Hey. Mommy, oh my Grenada. Some things that does really make me unhappy is when I see people here in my country creating some false impressions about us, telling the whole world Grenadians have cost. If we should sit down and take this thing to consideration, it do no good for our nation, no. So if we want the country to be outstanding among the rest, we got to try some constructiveness. So I want to tell all you people who creating the trouble, it's time to check up on yourself and put hatred on the shelf. Then your eyes will open to see, oh God, a nice place Grenada could be, and you'll be proud. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada, the land of my grandfather. She will always prosper. Whoa, my Grenada, my food, clothes and shelter. Grenada is such a paradise, oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Hey. Mommy, oh my Grenada.
Oh, yeah, she is beautiful, exceptional. Take a look at her. She is Grenada. The mountains are in its unique place. The valleys are magnificent. The people are beautiful and loving. The sand and the sea. The fruits are sweet, mouth dripping. Yes, and its people bring that out in them. And when you find a good oil down, you cannot help but lick your fingers. It is what we are all about. Grenada, an island, 110,000 persons, 133 square miles. It is a God-given beauty, and so we are to be thankful to God for this land and the place which He have allowed us to occupy. This beautiful island in the Caribbean Sea, within it you can see something that no one else can give, a beauty and a longing to be occupied and to be looked after. The question is, it is not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy. I do hope in some way that we would find ourselves looking deep within and realize all of us, individually and collectively, need to do more to ensure that this island succeed, to ensure that we as a people become who we were created to be, not just in thoughts or words, but in action, and allowing the future generation to appreciate what the forefathers have done. We ourselves who are alive now need to do far more to ensure that we help this beautiful land succeed. Happy birthday, Grenada. Happy birthday, Grenada. As we celebrate, let us be thankful to God for all that He has given to us.
Stepping off the plane, it's so easy to breathe again. Life in the big city has finally took its toll. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home. And what better place to rest my weary bones than on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something that to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the sounds the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home. What a beautiful island. Hey, there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. Yeah. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home. This is home. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, home, home. Sweet Grenada, yeah, this is home, this is home. Sweet Grenada, this is home.
Get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence with style and pride. It's Grenada at 51 with Minister Andy Williams and the St. George's Baptist Church. The Pure Grenada Independence Concert.
Grenada, you're nice.
Saturday, February 8th at the Monrouge Playing Field from 6 p.m. Featuring an incredible lineup of talent. Enjoy performances from the legendary Ajamo, Randy Isaac, Sour Serpent, Rootsman Kelly, Valley Ned, and Young Song. Plus the amazing Sabrina Francis, Laura Lisa, Lion Pride Dancers, and playwright Francis Urias Peters, all backed by the KOS Band.
And the best part?
This concert is absolutely free, so gather your friends and family and come celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence with pride. Let's make this a night to remember.
Pastor Stanford Simon and the members of the St. George's Baptist Church wish the government and the people of Grenada God's richest blessings and success as we celebrate independence. We have seen and experienced many joys and challenges. The St. George's Baptist Church is happy and delighted to have shared in the experience. Happy Independence, Grenada, from the St. George's Baptist Church.
Begging to be free, all this dry land to make here a better land for you.
Country code. The largest distributors of poultry, frozen food, dry goods, they got plenty. The best quality. Country code. Yes, man. For your chicken, beef, pork, and your turkey, any occasion, any function, Country Code is your champion. Road Grenada, carry glue and pity matic. Any bit you want, live it, country code, got it. Mega cold storage facilities, country code. What's on your barbecue grill for your party? Country code, that's right. And when it's time to feed your family, country code. Meeting your needs since 1969.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets with prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed and anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society or make pre-arrangements when service and cost matters. Call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
St. George's Baptist Church. Purpose: the channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity. Vision: building communities which become the model for winning people to Christ. Mission, goal: empowering people to enjoy prosperity and fulfillment in life. These are the purpose, vision, and mission of the St. George's Baptist Church.
SGBC. A real love for the family, serving the community, providing guidance spiritually, and helping people connect socially.
So if you're feeling down, 'cause situations make you sad, you're free to come and let us praise the Lord, fulfilling the needs of humanity.
St. George's Baptist Church, where people's lives are transformed and communities are built up. No one is left behind.
Fulfilling the needs of humanity.
Got my Jesus, got my peace, got my Jesus, got my peace, and 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 my Jesus. Everything you've done for me, for healing my heart, and keeping me company, I'm forever grateful. Yes, I am. You're forever faithful. Great I am. If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gon' be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest prison breezes on the waters. Friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher. Going higher. As we aspire, build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
It take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning. From the people who came through sugar and change, emancipation through revolution.
More than the speck up on the globe. More than the ice cream and gold. Much more than the nutmeg and the clove. Tell the world we are Grenadians. Oh.
3 islands united as one, blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are Grenadians.
Higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire.
Oh, you mean?
We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. In no matter where we go in the world, just know that home is where my heart is.
50 years, as you strive for 50 more, as you strive to reach your goal, like you're only bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. It's only up from here.
More, more, more. Higher, higher.
It's only up. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed with forged in fire. Still reaching for more.
Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, 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 up. Going up, 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 up.
We make the curricle pity matnik.
Hello, Grenada. This is Pastor Jerry Keynes Douglas, and on behalf of my family and all the members of the evangelical churches here in Grenada, I want to wish all of you and all of us a wonderful and a God-blessed anniversary of independence. Let's just remember to be thankful to God for the way He has blessed us. God has been good to us. Let's celebrate God's goodness. Let's celebrate Grenada. Let's love one another, and let's make Grenada the paradise that it ought to be. God bless you. Happy anniversary, Grenada. I'm Pastor Jerry Keynes Douglas from the St. George's Evangelical Church.
I am Cicely Gabriel, General Manager of the Country Coal Store Limited. The management and staff of the Country Coal Store join in extending congratulations to the government and people of Grenada on the attainment of independence. This is a significant achievement worth celebrating, a moment to be proud of, and a time to reflect on where we have come from, where we are today, and what has brought us here. The words of our national anthem, "Heads, hearts, and hands in unity," speak to the essential which has brought us to this point and is what will take us into the future. Unity is of vital importance for our growth and development, both as a people and as a country, and we must consistently demonstrate this important attribute if we are to continually advance to our destiny. Being divided is not an option. Let us as Grenadians aspire, build, and advance as one people. Let us be courageous and exercise faith in the Almighty, our God and Creator of heaven and earth. May we be ever conscious of God, for we cannot do this alone. Let us put God first in everything that we set out to achieve, and implore His blessings on this beautiful tri-island state, forever acknowledging His presence in our lives. Happy birthday, Grenada. God bless our nation. Thank you. I am Cicely Gabriel, General Manager of the Country Cold Store Limited.
But struggle like those who show they could rise from the rubble of devastation with patriotism and dedication for our reconstruction. Oh, Grenada, land of my birth, the way you suffered, oh, how it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair, but the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, we must rise and shine again. The military treachery, but we can't return to the old time hypocrisy. Don't sell nobody your days of sovereignty, because only we could get our destiny. Oh, Grenada, land of my birth, the way you suffered, oh, how it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair, but the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, we must rise and shine again. make Superman want to despair. But the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, they must rise and shine again. Never again occurred such pain as of October 83. So it's important to be vigilant for false prophets, anarchists and hypocrites. Oh, Grenada, land of Bible, the way you suffer, oh, how it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair. But the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, he must rise and shine again.
I'm about to share with you the first independence speech that was given by the late Sir Eric Matthew Gary, the father of independence, on the 7th of February 1974, as he received the instruments of Grenada's independence. Here now is the late Sir Eric Matthew Gary.
Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, very, very distinguished friends of Grenada, because man must essentially pay homage to God the Creator, I am craving your indulgence at this point in time to ask everyone to rise and join me in praying from the Holy Scriptures, Psalm of Thanksgiving, Psalm 117. Oh, praise the Lord, all ye nations. Praise the Lord, all ye people. For his merciful kindness is great toward us, and the truth of the Lord endureth forever. Praise ye the Lord. Today is the red-letter day for Grenada. For indeed, in the entire history of our country, there has been no event, neither could there be in the future any event to parallel the importance, to parallel the significance of this morning's event. And I feel a specially deep and profound sense of gratification in the privilege and the honor bestowed upon me this morning in receiving these veritable documents, signed and sealed, and delivered for and on behalf of the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I feel a sense of gratification indeed, having been appointed by the great supreme architect of the universe to be the one upon whose shoulders the responsibilities contained in these documents must in great measures rest. This morning, we have with us so many distinguished friends, and I call you friends with the deepest sense of seriousness and meaningfulness. We're very happy that you've come to witness this historic event. And I know that lots of you have come, ladies and gentlemen, not without some concern in coming, because for some reason or the other, my country has been receiving some of the most vicious attacks by the various communication media. But I am glad that you have made it possible to come and to see for yourselves and to enjoy for yourselves the warmth of friendship of the people of this country. What has happened here this morning has made me feel confident to face the future with fortitude, with strength, and with hopefulness. The measure taken by the British government and Her Majesty the Queen have brought to us great joy and happiness. And I take pleasure in recording grateful thankfulness to Her Majesty for giving her assent to the necessary bills, and indeed to the members of Parliament, both in the House of Representatives, the House of Commons, and in the House of Lords. The enemies of progress of this country have worked hard, assiduously hard. The voice of the large but silent majority has spoken. Grenada is now facing a new era. My people have been aroused to...
1 minute, Mr. Just 1 second, Mr. Mayor. The Honorable Prime Minister may continue.
Grenada has been aroused to a sense of responsibility, and both government and people have decided, have pledged unreservedly, unflinchingly to accept the challenge, to accept the task that lies before us. Certainly, as all can see, the circumstances under which we have emerged, the circumstances under which we have attained, the circumstances under which we have conquered have been stringently loaded against us. We therefore need your friendship. And I am particularly pleased to note that the British Commonwealth of Nations have accepted the application of Grenada to join the Commonwealth. And I understand that our application was unanimously accepted. It is also very gratifying indeed to have received from prime ministers and presidents personal messages to me as the head of government coming from various heads. I am thrilled by the message delivered here this morning and coming from the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Personal messages have come to me bearing the signature of presidents and prime ministers, perhaps too many to mention here this morning. And I don't know that I can tax my brain to remember them all, but I was thrilled also when I received a message coming from the President of the United States, Mr. Nixon. A message coming from the Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Gandhi. A message coming from Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Trudeau. A personal message coming from the President of Venezuela, Dr. Caldero. It means that Grenada is certainly befriended by nations and peoples, large and small. I would consider myself failing in duty if I did not add some modicum of quota to what the leader of the House and the leader of the Senate have already expressed in terms of congratulation to His Excellency the Governor. And my quota must include the fact that I happen to know that His Excellency the Governor General has been awarded by Her Majesty the Queen the knighthood of the KCM. This, I understand, would be gazetted tomorrow in London, and so Sir Leo de Gale, Governor General of Grenada, my heartiest congratulations. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to give any lengthy address here this morning, but I must say for my visitors, my friends particularly, that in spite of the fact that there has been some measure of unrest in our country, the government and the people that we represent are smiling. We are happy people. We are happy because we recognize God's endowment to us. We recognize the natural beauty, the picturesqueness, the scenic beauty of our country. And sometimes we are tempted to feel that this is the part referred to in the Holy Writ as the Garden of Eden. We are smiling also not because we have in hand much in material, much in natural resources, but also because we know that your friendship would be meaningful. Man is afraid to unlock the door of himself. Man is the greatest thing that God has created in this earth plane. And once we put our hearts and heads and hands together and invoke the assistance of the great Almighty God, nothing is impossible. It might be fitting at this moment to read again, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, perhaps for the sake of the record, and perhaps to emphasize the need for all to take heed, part of what I said earlier today on the occasion of the flag-raising ceremony. And now I crave your indulgence. I said, among other things, earlier today, immeasurable damage has been done to our dear land and people by the enemies of progress. Peaceful, loyal citizens and residents have been made to face great inconveniences. The enemies of progress have done more damage to Grenada than Hurricane Janet. The tourist industry has been virtually crippled. Hotel owners, hotel workers, taxi drivers, vendors, farmers, nutmeg producers have all suffered considerably. Trade unions have called illegal strikes. Businessmen and women have defied the laws of the land. Several of the people have committed breaches of the law. However, now should not be the time for recriminations and reprisals, but rather, now is the time for goodwill. Now is the time for unity. Now is the time for reconstruction. And so I now appeal to all Grenada in its totality to join heads, hearts and hands in unity to repair the damage done and to build a Grenada for ourselves and for posterity. I invite all opposition factions to let me hear from them as soon as possible regarding the reaction to my appeal. God bless you. On behalf of government and the people, it is with the deepest feeling and the thankfulness with which I, on their behalf and on my behalf, have had the great pleasure and honor of receiving the instruments.
That was the father of independence, the late Sir Eric Matthew Carey, as he delivered the first speech after Grenada received its independence from England, 1974, the 7th of February. Happy birthday, Grenada, as you celebrate
Get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence with style and pride. It's Grenada at 51 with Minister Andy Williams and the St. George's Baptist Church. The Pure Grenada Independence Concert.
Grenada, you're nice.
Saturday, February 8th at the Monrouge playing field from 6 p.m. featuring an incredible lineup of talent. Enjoy performances from the legendary Ajamo, Randy Isaacs, Sour Serpent, Rootsman Kelly, Valley Ned, and Young Song. Plus the amazing Sabrina Francis, Laura Lisa, Lion Pride Dancers, and playwright Francis Urias Peters, all backed by the KOS Band.
And the best part,
this concert is absolutely free. So gather your friends and family and come celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence with pride. Let's make this a night to remember.
Grenada, how I love you. Beautiful Grenada, your sun and water so true. Beautiful Grenada, God bless you. Beautiful Grenada, with sand and skies that are blue, with hillside that lightens up her face, that give the magic of her grace. Green leaves and picturesque mountainside, she's the island of my pride. Beautiful Grenada, how I love you. Beautiful Grenada, with sand and waters so true. Beautiful Grenada, God bless you. Beautiful Grenada, with sand and skies that are blue. Her children call her the Isle of Spice, that makes her everything that's nice. With open arms, she'll welcome you to her island in the sun. With hillsides that brighten up her face, that gives the magic of her grace. Green leaves and picturesque mountainside, she's the island of my pride. Beautiful Grenada, how I love you. Beautiful Grenada, your sun, your water so true. Beautiful, oh Grenada, God bless you. Beautiful Grenada, with sun and skies that are blue.
Pastor Stanford Simon and the members of the St. George's Baptist Church wish the government and the people of Grenada God's richest blessings and success as we celebrate independence. We have seen and experienced many joys and challenges. The St. George's Baptist Church is happy and delighted to have shared in the experience. Happy Independence, Grenada, from the St. George's Baptist Church.
Ranks among the best, ranks among the best. You see we have lush and green vegetation. Our sunshine is so nice and warm. Down here in our lovely land, yeah, yeah. You see our flag is very outstanding. The red, yellow and the green. I'm sure all Grenadians know what I mean. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday. Delicious oil dog. Then I know that you will say your national dish is second to none. Come see, let tortilla well see. Our national border can only be found in Spice Country, found in Spice Country. You see when tourists come here, they don't want to go, 'cause they love Grenada so. They want to stay and relax on the shore. There's so many nice things about our country that should make us feel happy. That is why I want all you join with me. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday, sweet Grenada. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday. Love we sing, love we sing, love we sing happy birthday. Love we sing to the north broke away from his land. Now of our treatments we can be proud. That is why we could open we mouth loud.
Ziddle Jeffrey there. Let us sing happy birthday. It started on the 7th of February 1974. It is a beauty. It is glorious in every way, form, or shape. We as a people must take responsibility for our future and seek to do the best we can in helping our country become the instrument of change. John F. Kennedy once said, "It is not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." I hope you're thinking deep within, what are you doing to help this country? We think so much of what our country will do for us, what the government can do for me. And really, we are just wasting our time fighting against something that we ourselves do not understand. You know what you're fighting against? Yourself. Because the country is you and you are the country. Yeah, if you just want to take from it and don't want to give anything, hey, trust me, we'll destroy this country. And many are doing that. They're taking their time and do it because all they want is for themselves and their family. But I'm grateful and thankful. We at the St. George's Baptist Church and collectively, thousands across this land continue to give of themselves because they believe in this country and believe it's not what the country can do for them, but what they can do for their country. Here is the Hajamo in a big reflection of this and the beauty of Grenada celebrating its independence. Happy birthday, Grenada.
Where come forth so much black makers of history. Man, I sure that many people will agree if I say she's blessed by the Almighty. Oh God, the standard of skills and talent we have down there in this land, it is too much for me to mention. Yeah. The level of education keep rising to higher heights. And if I'm wrong, don't say that I'm right. No, I want to tell everybody I'm so proud of my country. Don't care wherever I may be, I say Grenada belongs to me. No country in this world could do the things that my country would do for me. I am proud. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder. My grandfather, she will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, land of peace and culture. Grenada is such a paradise, oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize if we learn to pull we hand to the little glass we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Sometimes when I go to a foreign country, such as the United States, who's so wealthy, I just beg the Father to have some mercy. When I see madness in society, oh God, sometimes I put on my TV to check out the daily news. The things I see that have me confused, eh? The number of crime and violence I see on the street. Sometimes I'm frightened I cannot eat, eh? But when you check out Grenada, we have no diamond and silver, but we just live in unity, and that's what makes me happy. Is then I come to realize, oh God, my country is a paradise. Hey. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada, the land of my grandfather. She will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, land of peace and culture. Grenada is such a paradise. Oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Hey. Mommy, oh my Grenada. Some things that does really make me unhappy is when I see people here in my country creating some false impressions about us, telling the whole world Grenadians of course. If we should sit down and take this thing to consideration, it do no good for our nation, no. So if we want the country to be outstanding among the rest, we got to try some constructiveness. So I want to tell all you people who creating the trouble, it's time to check up on yourself and put hatred on the shelf. Then your eyes will open to see, oh God, a nice place Grenada could be, and you'll be proud. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada, the land of my grandfather. She will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, my food, clothes and shelter. Grenada is such a paradise, oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Hey. Mommy, oh my Grenada. Love my Grenada.